So, speaking of COE, I ain't finished. I ain't fucking finished. It makes people discuss certain things within the community, right? Because people were mad. Because don't get it twisted. I'm not saying that Queen's Flip was somehow a victim in this. Because even Ish has said his discrepancies against Queen's Flip, trying to make it seem like he's a real nigga, right? And he's always on some rah-rah shit, right? And because he's always on rah-rah shit, he thinks that that's a way to conduct himself amongst men. I'm not giving Queen's Flip some type of out. I get that his brand is built off of being on some rah-rah shit. Queens is a tall, big nigga. He's a big nigga. You feel me? So he can use that, or he has used that to, I guess, move his way around. Even on how he talks to some of his podcast members, it's kind of crazy. But Joe knew what he signed up for. I think that he's just biting off more than he can chew with certain aspects of how his interactions with other people. Even Melissa Ford. Melissa Ford has had discrepancies against Flip because of him being treated a certain way by Joe. Right? This is just word on the street. You feel me? This is how she's basically put it out there. Like, listen, I don't like how some of these people, and I'm thinking now that maybe she was talking about how Queen's Flip is basically coddled by Joe because of him being on some rah-rah shit, right? But that's neither here nor there. We're here to talk about the aspect of it started conversations on Instagram. I'm going to a dude that I know to be empathetic, supposedly empathetic to black people's struggles, right? But when it comes to intellectualism, he does not see himself as being empathetic. If you're stupid, you're stupid. I get it. I get it. But it's weird for me to back you if you somehow are for the black plight, right? You are for the black struggle and you understand you're empathetic to black people's issues, right? But then you also know that a lot of black people are not well educated. A lot of black people not giving it an excuse, because I do know people will use it as an excuse. I'm saying that if you know that, do you actually take the time to invest more so than you would any other race? When I say invest, I mean like, all right, if I'm coming from an understanding that I know for a fact that there's a lot of black people that don't have the same level, because this brother went to college to at an elite level. You understand what I mean? Graduated, supposedly. I think that he graduated. Not sure. I haven't seen the degrees, but he's a therapist, right? He's a therapist. That's even more of a bar to be empathetic to black people's struggle. You would think, right? He goes on to say, I'm gonna just keep it a buck. Professor Odie. I'm gonna call it out what it is. Professor Odie. Professor Odie goes in, right? And you don't have to agree with me on this. I'm just saying that this is how I think about the situation. He goes off on a rant of, actually, I think that this is some type of internalized issue that he has with black folks that has come at him probably at a younger age. Rightfully, I understand the angst of black people that are intelligent, that are looked at as weak somehow by black people that are from the streets, right? Black people with common street knowledge, you know what I mean? I'm of the belief that I would like for y'all to fucking get along, my nigga. Like, I'm not the smartest nigga either, don't get it twisted, but I do. And then he would probably he'd probably class me as pseudo intellectualism. I don't know. All I know is I know enough to survive. Clearly, I'm 35 years old and I made it past 21, which they said that we would never make past. You know what I mean? I ain't the smartest, but I was smart enough to not die. That's all I can say. Because sometimes I say smart enough to not die. When I think about it, it's like some niggas get killed for less. Like some niggas get a random bullet and they fucking cranium for looking like a nigga. I've had that shit happen to me where niggas ran down on me. You feel me? Like, but with all that being said, Professor Odie was going into the aspect of, and I don't want to paraphrase him because I think that he's one of those niggas where I don't want to paraphrase him. I would like for y'all to go to his post if y'all go to his post on Instagram. But All I'm gonna say is, it. I feel as though when it comes to conversations of intellectualism between black folks, I think that there is an elitism type of thing, and to me, elitism is cousins with classism. To me personally, elitism is like damn near right there cousins with classism. I remember one time there was this lawyer discussing on the aspect of, I went to Harvard, I went to, you know what I mean, and he was discussing the Diddy case, right? He was discussing the Diddy case. I didn't agree with the fact that he was trying to like shun people. He was throwing his degree out there. We're glad that you got your degree. We appreciate that you got your degree. But when you throw it out there and make it seem as though you know more, you know better for us, right? That's when we this is why you get the resentment. Because he was of the belief that Diddy is not going to get less than 10 years. Diddy is not going to get less than 10 years because I got a degree. Y'all over here talk about maybe 3, maybe 4. He's already spent the years. People out here talk about I get the ignorance. People are saying that he didn't serve, he's not going to serve time when he already served time. It's semantics. It's semantics, my nigga. So it's like, me personally, I don't like the aspect of the actual intellectual nigga coming down on the even the pseudo woke nigga. I get it. It can be dangerous at points of times in our community. I can't believe I just had this whole damn, my bad, y'all. But the pseudo intellectual basically coming down on the intellectual coming down on pseudo intellectual, then the pseudo intellectual and the intellectual coming down on the ignorant. You know what I mean? It's like, where's the empathy? Because to me personally, I see y'all going at each other and you look like them people. That's all I'm gonna say. That's all I'm gonna say. I said it before, I'm gonna say it again. I think that elitism is like right there next to classism. It's like right there. It's like cousins. Y'all cousins. So when I seen that from Odie, it fucked me up because it's like, he's a therapist, right? And he's a therapist that talks supposedly about black issues. But you can see that there is some angst there when it comes to him seeing Mark Lamont Hill getting chewed out by Queen's Flip. Now, mind you, I told you from the last video, we found out that Joe Budden, I guess in his terms, Joe Budden would be a street nigga too. I don't know. But Joe Budden was the one that incited the shit, stating that Mark said something that supposedly he didn't say. That's what we thinking. I mean, we just going based off of what they said, right? We gonna be just intelligent and say that if he said that he said it, and he said it he didn't say it, you know what I mean? Like, it is what it is. It's just nasty all around the board because it's kind of like you're now going at your brother over some issues that you've had in the past with black. Not saying that you shouldn't state your, because we're human. You should still state your angst and your qualms with the black, you know what I mean? I have issues with the black community. I do. But I do agree with the aspect of it's how you address those concerns with the black community. It's how you address them. Because there's some people that say we shouldn't coddle black folks, but then you'll say things like that will coddle black folks. It's the weirdest shit. It's weird because it's like, this is a brother that talks about the aspects of how we should be more understanding and empathetic. He brings up that type of terminology in his, I guess his lectures or his speeches. But it's like, when it comes to intellectualism, brother, you're stupid. And I'm sorry that you feel the way that you're stupid. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. Maybe I'm tripping. I don't have the words to say what I need to say because maybe I'm stupid. You feel me?